Samsung to rival Apple Silicon by developing custom PC and mobile processors. Samsung plans to rival Apple Silicon by developing its own custom processors for future smartphones and personal computers in an effort to develop more advanced chips. Now, they kind of were doing that to a certain extent, but I don't know how customized their products were. According to Business Korea, Samsung has already formed an internal team dedicated to CPU core development and has recruited Rahul Tulian, former AMD developer, to lead the group. Samsung has traditionally relied on British. Oh, that's right. ARM was the designer for the Exynos processors. They just put their stamp on it. But developing the chips in-house would allow it to take full control of the design and optimization process, similar to Apple's transition away from Intel. So full-on design, architecture, construction, and so forth. Mm-hmm. The first application processor is said to be dubbed Galaxy Chip. Of course.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And could be available in 2025. However, this chip will likely have a CPU based on ARM technology, since Samsung has only just initiated the development of its own CPU core. Samsung Electronics will be able to boost completion level of its Galaxy chip if it successfully develops a CPU core. It will be able to load its own CPU in 2027 if the development is carried out as planned. I guess this gives you sort of, when you're integrating into consumer products that eventually a person holds on to and utilizes, you can do all types of optimization when you're involved in the design from the ground up. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to cooling and chassis design and how quiet it is in operation, and obviously Apple has kind of proven this with the M series stuff, where all of a sudden it's seemingly overnight, everything just, there was an increased rate of advancement in what you were able to get out of something as thin and light as what they were producing. Mm-hmm. And it just, I know in our line of work, it totally kind of upended our perception of what was necessary from a processing standpoint. I had been editing stuff on Apple devices that were Intel based, and there would always kind of be an incentive to step up to the much larger pro level stuff in order to experience those increases in performance. And then at one point, like I said, seemingly overnight, it was everybody in here was basically satisfied with spitting out tremendous number of clips. Like I just remember the first M1 MacBook Air that we brought in here. Uh-huh. I think you were using it.
Yeah.
It was just like flying, just like exporting clips and so forth. It flipped it upside down. So obviously Samsung wants to replicate that situation, and this would be the path towards doing so in their laptops, their tablets, and obviously their phones as well.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's making a chip, right?
Oh, getting back to the chip conversation. Yeah. Coconut chips, Samsung Galaxy chips.
Even Samsung.
I don't know which one is tastier.
Yeah.